So, hello and welcome back to my back garden. This is an update on a video I did earlier this year on what I'd planted in my garden bed I made, and I'll make sure there's a link and everything in the description. So, when I made that video, it wasn't very impressive at all. Most of the garden was taken up with weeds, and I was struggling to get seeds to grow and plants to flourish. But I've brought in some new plants about a month or so ago, and everything is doing really well now. We've had a bit of good weather and some rain as well, so hopefully there should be a bit more of interest in the garden bed this time. So I'll give you a tour. So over here we've still got the sage. It's doing quite well. It's a little bit mildewy, but that's just this corner, it doesn't do that well. Got some plantain that's still growing and doing well. I've got some purple carrots. I've got these dotted around the garden bed, but a few of these. I've got some lamb's quarters here, and I almost missed it, a thyme at the front here, and a little bit of chamomile still hanging on over there. My lone borage plant is doing okay. The stalk doesn't seem to want to support the weight of the plant, so it keeps on kind of flopping over. If you can see, the original plant stem starts over here, and it's just been falling over, but it looks like it's finally regaining its balance. At the back there I've planted some pieris that I had spare going, and then there's some yarrow. I'm not sure how well the yarrow is going to do, as it's a bit more grassland. It tends to thrive in full sun. And over here we've got in flower marjoram, which is doing really nicely. So got some potatoes, got some nettles there that I need to weed out in the middle. Spinach has finally taken off. It was just getting beaten down repeatedly by slugs and snails, but it's finally regained its footing. So we've got some lavender here. As we step over at the back here, we've got lots and lots of lemon balm. Lemon balm seems to be creeping more than really heading for the sky, but it's doing really well. At the back we've got our trellis of blackberry bramble. So we probably won't get any fruit from it this year, but I'm hoping next year. I planted an awful lot of kale and it's doing quite well, apart from this particular one, which is afflicted with caterpillars galore. I'll have to see whether I can work out what species I've got growing here, but I'm not too fussed right now. If I step forward a bit, back here this is a relatively new addition here. This is comfrey, and this is actually from Highbury Orchard. So I went there recently to check out their permaculture garden, and it was really nice. And I'll have to go back and make a video of it, show you. But we dug up some comfrey while we were there, brought it over, and the original stalk's a little bit worse for wear. We've got some brand new leaves coming up in there. I'm sure it will do well. Over here we've got some courgettes, which are sort of doing okay. So it's just started out. Some lovely flowers earlier here. Underneath here we've got some strawberries, which are a bit late with the flowering. They're a bit confused. Got some more spinach here. We go around, got some carrots, herb robert, more time. I've got some wood sorrel. This is a gift from a local lady who grows a lot of her own food and plants and things. Load this. And then taking over almost half the bed now and going up the trellis there are some nasturtiums, and these are doing really well, and I've had a few salads from the leaves and things. Yeah, and hiding underneath there's some heather, so I'll have to see how it copes. Now I've planted the other one with the comfreys in this pot, seems to be doing okay, and I've got some more yarrow and so on in that. As you can see, it's doing a lot better than it was last time. I've got quite a bit more ground cover, and as a result I've got fewer weeds coming up. So that's really the aim of how I've done things now, is to reduce pests. So as we can see, only the one kale plant has been affected so far. All of the others are fine for now. And even if the spinach plant over in this section gets eaten, it's unlikely to spread all the way over there past the lavender to the other spinach plant. As well as that, all of the vegetation here acts as a ground cover and kind of blocks out the weeds. So we've got mostly herb robert coming up as a weed, and a few nettles here and there, but they're easy enough to pick and pull, and then when they're up I can just lay them down and they become mulch and food for the rest of the plants. So I hope that's inspired you, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you, and bye.